Maglio Markets in a minute. Fam, what is all the way up? Or, as my sister's English boyfriend, shout out at Peter Roberts, would say, how are you? Nice to see you today. Welcome to episode 15. 51? I'm sure you got it. Welcome back, episode 15. So last week's episode of The Monkey Tale, pretty big hit. Thanks for tuning in to all 60 of you who actually watched it. It's pretty quiet out there, so if you tuned in, we appreciate it. But this week also, pretty quiet week. So down here in South Texas, just more of a casual, water cooler kind of conversation. Consider this my fireside, and I am Teddy Roosevelt coming at you with a produce chat. It's because there's not a whole lot going on, but we're gonna make produce come alive. Because me and my PIC, you know her as May Mansky, and you know me as Dr. Seuss apparently, working on some things for 2021. Pretty exciting, so stay tuned, because by then we're talking like episode 18. That's nuts. So today's episode, we're gonna talk markets, then we have a special Instagram shout out to talk about the Cosmic Crisp Apple. So if you wanna go to the Cosmic Crisp Apple segment and wanna jump forward, go to this time frame that May is gonna put on the camera, on the screen, right there. Go fast forward there and you'll see the Cosmic Crisp Apple update. But we're gonna jump right into markets. Post-Thanksgiving, pre-Christmas, what's going on? That's for us to tell you there's realistically not a whole lot. However, we're gonna fill you in on what's going on. So, water cooler's here, I'm here, you're there, appreciate you. Let's jump right into it. Ready, set, let's roll. Markets. Let's start out in California. What's going on there? Lettuce is finally coming down. We're seeing a lack of demand across the country, which is causing the supply to be very available. So Yuma has tremendous growing regions right now. Growing conditions, rather, it's just one region. And the conditions are very good for lettuces. So romaine, iceberg, green leaf, red leaf, hydrobib, everything coming down pretty relatively priced and affordable for this season. Otherwise in California, there's not a whole lot going on besides, you guessed it, artichokes. Through the roof, get them now before they're gone. Otherwise also chestnuts, California, get those before they're gone. 'Tis the season, we're talking about 25-pound bag for about $80 FOB. So get them before they're gone. It's a nice seasonal treat, 30 seconds in the microwave, you're good to go. Besides that, down here in South Texas, limes relatively flat, cucumbers completely flat, peppers completely flat, same over in Florida and Georgia. Tomatoes coming out of here, there's just a little bit. Florida has some, but the lack of demand is causing a wild market. So big stuff hard to find, small stuff all over the place, but at these prices, I doubt it. Otherwise, we're talking berries, relatively cheap right now, asparagus cheap right now, offshore melons, very cheap, bricks is very good, and besides that, what else is going on? Oranges. Very cheap, very available. Juice oranges down here in South Texas. Lemons down here, not as available, which is causing a little bit more demand out in California, but otherwise everything else relatively cheap. Broccoli, cauliflower, celery, everything coming down, squashes, colored peppers, kind of a lull in the market. Because of that, you're seeing a lot of supply right now, not a lot of demand. Expect markets to keep falling as we go in towards the end of the month. Boom. That was probably my calmest finish to date. So thank you for putting up with that. So that was the market update. And now, per our timestamp earlier, I hope that worked. Again, I make these videos, it's 11:30 on Tuesday night. I send it to May Mansky. She does all of this, and typically it goes well. Like Dr. Evil and Austin Powers, I just close the door and pretend it all goes to plan. So, thanks, May. So now, Cosmic Crisp Apples. Got a question on, we said Instagram from Joey Lonsford saying, what's going on with this Cosmic Crisp Apple? They're like $4 a pound at the grocery store. Is it worth the hype? If you're an Apple fan, meh. I mean, realistically, it's a good apple, right? So the exciting part about the Cosmic Crisp Apple is that it's a non-browning variety. And so because of that, there's been a lot of marketing put behind it. And so realistically, this is the second season of the Cosmic Crisp being available, but the marketing efforts have, I think it's been around since like 97, the seed variety, but the marketing efforts they put behind it a year ago really just completely catapulted the popularity of this apple. A lot of European markets, as a result, really jumped on it. So is it worth the hype? No, it's good apple. It's not a completely dark red delicious type. It's more of that Macintosh with a little bit of yellow base to it and then that red covering. You know, that's a good description, but I would also consult Google for a great picture. But overall, I mean, they're relatively priced like $1.25, $1.50 per pound. So are you gonna pay $4 a pound at the grocery store? Probably. My recommendation, get a Macintosh and treat yourself, because it's just, compared to the Honey Crisp, which is normally the highest priced apple per pound, this Cosmic Crisp is hanging in there at number 2, especially with this year's apple crop being down about 15%. You're seeing those prices really push up. So if I were you, I would spend the money on a Macintosh, even a Granny Smith. Honey Crisp, yeah, it's good. I think Honey Crisps are appropriately rated. The Cosmic Crisp is way overrated. Macintosh, hideously underrated. Granny Smith, also underrated. If you want to argue about that, again, our number here, 414-906-8800. Ask for Uncle PJ. We'll talk apples. So that's the Cosmic Crisp. Try it out, let us know. We're always here, we're always listening. So yeah, and thank you for the question, Joy Lonsford. So that's this week's episode. I really don't have much else to say. Thank you for tuning in. Like, we do appreciate it. Hopefully someone is enjoying this. It is, like we said, if one person enjoys it or even gets value from it, we're gonna keep doing it. Because obviously the content, I mean, it's gold. So you're gonna keep tuning in. But thank you for that. Have a fantastic rest of your week. If you need anything from us, the Maglio companies, me, Paul James Maglio, anything, you hit us up. You know how. 414-906-8800, pjm@maglioproduce.com, or slide in the DMs. So that's it for this week. Thank you very much. Have a fantastic weekend. We're gonna go into next week. We're gonna keep building up for Christmas. We should do something for Christmas, like a Maglio Markets in a Minute, Christmas edition, something fun. That's just me talking to myself here in the office at night, but it's officially on my radar. So get ready for that. Thanks again. It's been a real treat. As always, we'll catch you later.